We have the first US-based exchange listing Stellar USDC. This is big. I'm going to show you why. Let's explore. OKcoin becomes the first US exchange to integrate Stellar USDC. Whoa, let's go on with the article. OKcoin, one of the world's fastest growing cryptocurrency platforms, and the Stellar Development Foundation announced today that Stellar USDC is now available on the OKcoin platform. Whoa, with this launch, OKcoin becomes the first exchange to enable USDC deposit and withdrawal via Stellar for users in the US. And for those of you out there wondering why USDC is such a big deal, just remember, all of the transactions on the Stellar chain use Lumens in order to make those transactions happen. But what's really big about this entire thing is this. Okay, look at this. Announcing USDC on 10 new blockchain platforms, all right? So we've got OKcoin. We've got a bunch of platforms that have USDC, including Stellar. You know what? We have to go to the whiteboard to explain this. All right, so let's look at one of the factors why this is so big. So you have USDC right here, okay, that you can purchase on, multiple chains, okay? But one of the chains is Stellar. Let's say Stellar is number 1, we got Ethereum number 2, and whoever is on number 3, okay? I want you to think about this. People want USDC on and off ramps. But if you have 3 stores here, and one of them is the cheapest, fastest, and super secure, what's going to happen is more people who used to shop at store number 2 and number 3 are now going to take their business to the cheaper option. Now let's go back to that article real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. USDC was initially launched on Ethereum and was fully implemented on Algorand, Stellar, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's my point. So you could purchase USDC on Ethereum and spend a whole bunch of money, gas fees, time delays, and so forth. Or you could go with the cheaper option, which is Stellar. And that's what's going to happen as the consumer matures, right? And as we have more choices as a consumer. And when we talk about consumers, we have to remember this is on several levels, right? We have the retail side of it, which is what we participate in. We also have the B2B consumers as well as institutional level consumers. This is the whole spectrum. More consumers will go with the faster, cheaper, safer option, which is Stellar. Now let's go back to that article because there's a bunch more juicy bits in there. All right, back to that article. And as always, any article you see in this video will be linked where? In the description below. This integration marks a step in an ongoing effort to expand access to a faster and cheaper USDC. That's my point. These articles now, right? These writers, journalists are starting to see that not every crypto is the same. Not every chain has the same properties, and Stellar now is starting to prove itself as one of the best options out there. But what's also really big about this, okay, is that OKcoin will provide another critical access point for such users by supporting deposit and withdrawal on the Stellar blockchain, and they are in 190 countries. Think of the integration with ISO 20022. Having OKcoin, which is an exchange with 190 countries that they serve. Think of the MoneyGram projects. I get it, right? It's all of this global integration. Let's keep going on with this. We're proud to be the first exchange to bring Stellar USDC to the U.S. market, Hung Feng, CEO of OKcoin, said. Stablecoins play a critical role in the decentralized economy, and this asset in particular is enabling a true borderless digital dollar. Stellar's USDC utility, speed, and security make it a natural fit for our platform. And you know what? More companies are going to come out and say the exact same thing. Make it a natural fit for our platform. Now let's take things a little bit deeper and explore why this is even a bigger story than what they're showing here. Now, we all know that a Biden executive order on crypto is coming soon, right? We are expecting it any day now here in the United States. But think about this. Why would OKcoin, a US-based exchange, go on ahead and list a product knowing that an executive order is coming out in the next few days, weeks? Obviously, they wouldn't have done this unless they got clearance to make sure that this was okay to do. A company is not going to launch something on this scale days before an executive order without understanding the implications of those executive orders. All right. So yes, this is big. Why? Because they did it in the US, the first US based way to get USDC. Now check it out. Donnell Dixon, CEO and Executive Director of the Stellar Development Foundation. And let's be real here. Everyone's wondering, hey, why does Stellar use Lumens, right? Why is Stellar dumping Lumens on the open market? They are using Lumens to help with things like this, to pay for Donnell Dixon to travel, meet, show, just give presentations on what Stellar can do, what USDC on Stellar can do. These are your Lumens hard at work. So let's go back to what Donnell Dixon said here. This integration will ensure that more users can leverage the utility of USDC on Stellar to open up payment pathways and expand on use cases. Yes, open up pathways, expand use cases so we have a bigger ecosystem that serves more people. Now remember too, in 2022, this year, Stellar wants to have what, everyone? Smart contracts. So now we know that Stellar is going to beat Ethereum on gas fees. They already do right now. Speed, safety. But if Stellar gets smart contracts on top of all this, and they're listed with an exchange that is now going to be in 190 countries, I think we know now that the Biden executive order is probably not going to slow down USDC, or else they wouldn't have given them the nod to do this. All right, let's go big screen, Klaus. So with all the uncertainty out there that's been perpetuated by the media, you know the crypto FUD that I'm talking about, we're seeing and reading in between the lines that Stellar and Stellar USDC is going to be something that the Biden administration is going to be okay with. So looking forward, I'm just seeing this as just yet another big thing on why Stellar has been working ahead with these administrations these last few years. All of this news is making me super bullish, even though the price doesn't reflect it. The price will show up once most of these programs start coming to fruition and start developing and blossoming into bigger daily use case programs. So that being said, yep, we now have our first US-based exchange listing a Stellar product. How cool is that? And remember, to use USDC, you have to use Lumens. Actually, to use anything on the Stellar chain, you have to use Lumens. And all those Lumens get locked up in a fee pool that what? Start putting on, pressure on the token as the ecosystem grows. And next week, starting February 13th, is going to be NFT week on this channel. We are going to highlight NFT artists, projects, a whole bunch of cool things out there in relationship to NFTs and on Stellar. If you have an NFT project and you want me to feature it on this channel and it's listed on the Stellar chain, Litemint, hit me up with an email, put in the subject NFT art, and I will see what I can do about adding you to the stories next week. And if you want to learn more about Web 3.0, click right here. And if you want to learn about really cool Stellar stuff, you can always click right here. All right, everyone, take care.